Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great day today. We had a good time in the community today. Great day. Had a lot of fun. A lot of learning took place. Whenever that happens, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So, can't be more happier than that. So, what I want to share with you real quick, and this should help you guys eliminate a lot of these negative feelings that you have, things that are probably keeping you down and keeping you from realizing your full potential, in your trading. And it's, the message I have is to control what you can and stop focusing on those things that you can't control. Because if you do, those things turn into negatives and they steal that valuable mental energy that we have. That energy that we can't get back once we expend it. We can take a nap at lunch, try to refill the tank, but that's not going to get us back to where we were when we started today. So what we have to do is we stop empowering the problems. By controlling what we can control, we take power away from the problems. We don't let those problems rule over us to where they're preventing us from realizing our full potential. We have to stop thinking about those things that we can control, that we can't control. For instance, and I say this because I'm trading in SureTrader right along with you guys. And one of the big concerns that we have is the fees that we have to pay. Per trade, it's an average. For us, it's about $6, per hit. And, that's significant when you look at when I trade in Speed Trader. And, it's only about $3 a hit. Or a little over $3 a hit. So, half. But we can't control those fees. No, we can't control the fact that we have a small account and this is the only place we can trade this small amount of money. Now, yeah, we can go to a prop firm, but they have their own idiosyncrasies and you don't get to keep all your money. So what we do is we focus on the positive. The positive is we can trade. Because if it wasn't for this, we would have to sit back and wish that we were trading. Then we have to look at the fact that, okay, we can control how many tickets we run up a day. If we know that we have to pay about $6 per trade and we run up 30 trades, for what? There's absolutely no reason to do that. And if you are trading in SureTrader, scalping is probably not the best strategy for you at this point. So we can control that by reducing the amount of fees that we incur. We can control the amount of money we pay for trades by limiting our tickets. We can control the amount of fees we pay by staying within, learning and understanding what they charge for and staying the hell out of it. We can do that. That's stuff that we can control. If we do that, we're going to be happier. We're going to make money. And these trades are going to come to us a lot more easier. I mean, it's hard enough as it is to do this. But if we can take some of the pressure off of us, then we'll be just fine. When we're in a trade, we can control when we get in a trade and when we exit a trade. We can control that. So worrying about what the stock's doing, worrying about what the market makers are doing, or all of this stuff, and I know I talk about it sometimes, and I'm guilty of egging that on, which I need to do better about. But worrying about this stuff that we can't control, it just agitates us. It causes us to make bad decisions, like take trades off too early, or leave trades on too long, or revenge trade. And we got to understand, we control that. We can control if we take that trade or not. If we revenge trade, we can't blame it on the stock. We can't blame it on the market. Who made the decision to click that button? Us. We got to control what we can control. If we give the market that power over us because we're fussing and complaining about something that we can't control, it's going to end badly for us. So guys, focus on what we can control in the trade. We can control how many trades we take. We can control when we go in and when we come out. And these simple things is going to help us be a lot more happier during the day. And if we're happier, we can focus on the important things, and our trading will get better, and our bank accounts will be a whole lot happier. So just think about that. Think about some of the things that you do every day that steal your peace, so to speak. Because I know, I could sit here and think about just today, on that Walmart trade, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. A lot of us got our peace stolen on that. So, but as I did my reflection, I realized there's no way in hell I should have been in that trade. And there's nobody to blame but myself. And so I had no business complaining. I, should have just accepted the fact I made a mistake and moved on, which is, what I did once I realized that. So just keep that in mind going forward. So let's take a look at what we were looking at today. WB was my number one pick. I wanted it for all day hold, which we did, and I wanted it for my small account. The problem is this thing sold so hard and so much pre-market that I did not want to get in my small account until we saw a bounce, which unfortunately never came. But you can see we had a real nice setup, gap down. We had a couple of levels of support here. I didn't mark this one, but we had several that we could look at, that we could set up, and we had nice windows, real nice windows of opportunity. And I really felt we could get down this far. Now I really felt we could make it. So we take a look at our 60-minute chart. I'm looking at this. I'm waiting. I actually get in on the 5-minute, and then I switch over to the 60-minute to manage it, because I don't want to watch it tick for tick. But I got a nice entry here at 123.45. 121 was my first target. My second target was like 118.95 or so, but I got some slippage the other way. It hit my order, but it didn't fill until 119. I mean, I don't even know how that happened, but that's what happened. And 116.51 was my final target. And I thought that's where we were going to bounce. There was a pivot there from the daily chart. I just knew that's where we were going to bounce. Because, when we look at this, the 5-minute chart, you'll see what I meant. But we didn't bounce. We continued to sell off. And so I had to wait and get back in once we came back and kind of retested the VWAP. I got back in, and you can see we did just kind of traded sideways the rest of the day. And I took this off just before close. Now, yeah, we picked up several $100s in profit, and I did get the meat of the move, and that's all we can. That's all we can do. We get the meat of the move. We're not going to get the exact top. We're not going to get the exact bottom. It's hard to predict these things, but we set a plan based on how we feel this thing is going to go, and we execute it. And I felt I executed my plan to perfection. This market had other ideas, and it actually kept selling off. But still, not a bad day. 25, 76. I will take this every day. This is the first all-day hold setup that I actually was able to get. Now, I did make an adjustment. I did, once I took profit, this did pull back. It did pull back a little past break even before we started to sell back off. And what happened was, I saw this happen for the last couple of weeks. If you go back and look at the recaps, you'll see I would get my first target, and then this thing would turn around and stop me back out. And in one case, I got back in and I ended up losing all my profit back. In some cases, I made a little bit extra, but not much. In some cases, I didn't get another entry at all. So today I decided, okay, if it pulls back real quick within the first 5 minutes or so of me getting in, I'm going to give it a little bit of room to see if we're going to pull back. Sure enough, that's what this did. It pulled all the way back. I was down, I guess, a little over $100 when I looked at this thing. And, it ended up selling back off. I was able to get a good cover here. And we worked our way back down, able to get another good cover here on this target. So it worked out beautifully for me. I really have no complaints. None whatsoever. So good day on the all-day hold. Even if I don't get another one this week, this one I'm very, very happy with. So now, let's look at. We'll look at that one in a minute. WMT was the first trade I took. I didn't want it long, and I didn't really like the price action that much. It was a little bit choppy here. So I waited for it to pull back, waited for it to get back below the VWAP, the 20 and the 9. This candle opened, pushed up a little bit, rejected it. So I got in it. The reason why I shouldn't have gotten in this stock, because we never broke the opening range low. We never closed back below this. And this is too close for me to get in. I didn't realize it at the time. It was something that kind of slipped my vet process, and it ended up biting me. Now, I had opportunities to take it off here, take it off back at break even, knowing that this wasn't going to crack. But I gave it one more time. It looked like we were going to lose it here going into lunch, but then we started to pull back, and I went ahead and just took it off. It was done with this thing. It was just really frustrating to be in this, and it just didn't work, and then realize that it really never triggered an entry. I don't even know why I took it. It didn't even trigger one here. So, this was just a mistake that I made in the vet process, and I know what to do next time to correct it. So I'm good with that. So WB, very, very, very late to the party in my small account here. Um, here was the move out of the gate. I could have easily gotten in early on this. I could have gotten in on this candle. But I felt this thing was too low. The RSI was below 20. And everything that I used to judge whether I should get in a stock or not, it failed some of these tests. So I didn't take it. I was waiting for a bounce. Never got the bounce. Never got the bounce. Here was another good place I could have got in here and made a good profit. So eventually it pulled back at lunch. And so I got in thinking that we were going to sell off and had nothing but issues and stress until, I took it off. Didn't make any, made peanuts. I didn't even make peanuts today. I made peanut dust is what we made today. Like $10. And we got stopped out on WMT, which I think was about a $50 loss on this. And then 27. Oh, I didn't lose that much. 27.78. But this didn't really follow through. I was at the end of the move anyway. This thing had come down a ton and just didn't work out. It wasn't the smartest of trades. This is like not even a significant pullback. It's the third time it kind of slowed down. So everything was just wrong about this. But I didn't end up the day red. Pretty much a scratch day, just like Monday. And, we'll come back tomorrow. See if we have a good day tomorrow. If we have a good day tomorrow, have a good day Friday, our week will be good. Our week will be good. And even if we don't do anything the next 2 days, our week will be okay. We still be green. And that's what's important, growing our account and trying to get that money. Bank that paper. So if I looked at this and if I saw this tomorrow, I still wouldn't take this. I still would wait, because this broke every rule that I had. And they're going to be 70 to 80% of the stocks that do exactly what I predict it will do. And there'll be that 20 to 30% that will just be irrational. So we just have to be prepared, either way. You got to stick to our rules. And so I'm okay with today. I'm okay with it. Slow and steady wins the race. I'm on track to be ready to start at the beginning of the third quarter. Should have my small account to where I need it to be, right around $5,000. Hopefully I make more than that so I can wire some out. But $5,000 is where I really started making my living day trading. I made a ton of money trading with just $5,000 in my share trader account. Everything I did is back. I sound like a broken record every day, but in my blog where I started, writing at the beginning of 2015, that's when I started $5,000 a month. And every month I wire out whatever I made over that. And we were on fire in 2015. The market was, you could throw darts at the dartboard blindfolded and still make money. That's just the kind of market that we were in. But, we're going to get back to that. We're going to manage it. I'm reading my blog. So that's what's helping me, work through some of the things that I'm working through. And reminding me of how I need to trade a small account. So it's working wonders for me. So got the hump day down and out the way. 2 more days in the week. We're gonna work and try to grind and make a little bit more money. We really pleased with the way everything's going. So we'll start the new classes next week, I believe. I think it's next week or a week after. I don't know what the dates are, just running together on me. But we are starting a new class, the updated class with the new strategies that I've been trading, the new adjustments. Everything will be updated in the new class. So that will be starting in the community here very soon. So you guys have a great night, great evening. And please remind me in chat to announce who won the subscription. I forgot to announce it. Leo pulled the name out, and I forgot to announce the winner when I got back from lunch, and I'm surprised nobody reminded me. So you guys remind me to tell you who won the free year subscription. All right, so that's gonna do it. You guys take it easy. Have a great night, great evening, and I will see you first thing in the morning.